Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weatherford College. It's a beautiful day in Weatherford, Texas, isn't it?
It is.
We're glad to have you here today. We have plenty of attorneys in our HR department here, so if anything goes wrong, we're covered. All right? We are very, very proud to have you on our campus. This is the 150th anniversary, the sesquicentennial celebration of Weatherford College throughout the year of 2019. And we feel like this is another very important moment in that sesquicentennial celebration. I want to thank our CBRE folks and Dr. Cantrell's office and everyone who's made this possible today. And I'd like to open up by inviting the 20th president of Weatherford College, Dr. Todd Allen Farmer.
Thank you, Mr. Baker, and thank you, everyone. Welcome to Weatherford College. We are so glad that you came out today to honor Mr. I.B. Hand. You're going to hear a lot more about him momentarily, but I would especially like to say thank you to the friends and family, some of which have traveled so far to get here, and thank you again for making that journey for this special event. We also have some honored board members with us today. Our board chairman, Max Smith, is with us. Our board vice chair, Sue Cody. Our board secretary, Leela Morris. And board member Judy McAnally. We're very glad to have each of you. Additionally, former Weatherford College board members Dot Guess, Gary Jordan, and Lynn Bearden are with us today. So thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate your presence. And our current Weatherford College Foundation board members, Lynn Bearden and the Reverend Curtis Jefferson. Thank both of you for being here today. And if any more current or former board members snuck up on me, please know that you're welcome. We're very glad to have all of you here. Again, thank you for coming out on this beautiful day, and it's our privilege to have you here at Weatherford College.
Thank you, President Farmer. Well, really, the reason we're here today is because of Merlin Coleman. Right? Give her a hand. Merlin approached the Board of Trustees several months ago, and it was unanimous, a fantastic idea. Please welcome in her 50th year at Weatherford College, Merlin Coleman.
Words about I.B. Hand. What could be said about I.B. Hand? His life spoke everything that one could say. He was a fun-loving man of honor, intelligence, honesty, loyalty, and great benevolence. Please indulge me just a few personal memories. I.B. was one of the very first people I ever met when I came to Weatherford. As a 21-year-old, I was thrilled to have been picked to serve jury duty. And I had the incredible experience of witnessing the wisdom and skill of two great barristers, I.B. Hand and Jack Gordon, working together. To me, it was like a Perry Mason moment. When I first got to know I.B. over 50 years ago, I could see his greatness. He would have daily morning coffee with my husband, Jim, and they would discuss everything about the world. They became fast friends. I.B. always wanted to give young people a helping hand and a hand up, and he gave us his care and wisdom, and we loved him for it. When he and Jim served on many civic boards together, they became even closer friends, and our families became lifelong friends. We laughed together, we cried together, comforted each other in times of need. We played together and partnered on several business ventures. Our families often traveled together. On one cruise, when Jim got a little ornery and testy, I said, in a voice so that everyone could hear, "Honey, if you ever want a divorce, I will take your case and I will guarantee you an 80-20 split." IB kept things fun and lively. He loved life, and his family was like family to us. He most probably would have found today's world a bit troubling, as IB was very generous with his hugs. And when he would hug you, and then he would always tell you how good you smelled. This was a wonderful time in our lives, and we loved it. IB loved his God, he loved his family and his friends. He loved the University of Texas, and he loved Weatherford College. Early on, I often wondered what the initials IB stood for and was afraid to ask, though I soon learned that he was quite proud of his name, Isaac Benjamin. When I first came to work at Weatherford College, he sang my praises, and he told me then how much he loved this school. He talked about how important it was to encourage young people to get an education and to start their education here. He always said, regardless of your age, you should never stop learning. That has stuck with me a long time. IB spent many nights at the bar in our kitchen discussing plans with my husband about how he might make or direct this great contribution to Weatherford College and make it one that would be a tremendous asset for all those to come and still please and honor those who had passed. IB was generous to a fault. He never sought recognition or acclaim, but I think he would be most pleased to know that his actions might inspire others in a similar position to consider something of this nature that would continue to serve generations to come. Today, to me, the initials IB stand for intelligent and benevolent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Merlin. We have family here from all across the country. As a matter of fact, we have family from California, and we have family from the Washington, D.C. area, and maybe everything in between. And so we've asked the family to have a representative speak, and Jeff Redinger, grandson of IB Hand from the Washington, D.C. area. Please welcome Mr. Redinger.
So, first off, on behalf of the family, thank you to Weatherford College, board, former, past, and future. Special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Coleman. This is a very touching and wonderful event honoring of my grandfather. He used to always tell me I'm his favorite grandson. And I thought, oh, how special, until I realized I was his only grandson. Yeah, it took me about a year or two there. I was a little slow. For those of you all, many of you probably knew my grandfather from his personal and professional life here in Weatherford and Parker County. My sister and I knew him as Pop-Pop. That was our grandfather. And I have two little short stories I want to share with you. And I think they tie into today. My grandfather, I was very excited when I was 18 and I came to Weatherford, and I told him that I had joined the United States Marine Corps. And he looked at me and goes, well, why do you want to do that? I mean, it's a good service, but why? Don't you want to go to the FBI Academy? Well, we had white tablecloths and were taught to be gentlemen. I could see those Marines out there. They were all muddy and dirty. But, he was trying to steer me to what he thought was best, and it was good. But he was respectful of my choice of service. I come back from Desert Shield and Desert Storm, and I had finally decided on a college major. And I was proud to come tell my grandfather. And I said, Papa, I'm going to major in philosophy. IB being quite practical as he always is, he looks at me and goes, well, why do you want to do that? Don't you want to go into business? You know, you can do service and you can make some money. And what are you going to do with that philosophy degree? That and some, a few dollars will get you a cup of coffee. I tried to explain, it'd be helpful to be the law. Well, I never got to law school. I decided to move to Washington and work with Congress to help write the laws. You don't have to have a law degree for that. But, Pop-Up in his service in the FBI, he was some of you may recall the old TV series G-Man. He was a G-Man through and through. He wears a G-Man hat everywhere I ever saw him. And that was part of his service. And even in business and law, he served. And, that's kind of dovetails on what Marlon said. He was very benevolent. He was very service-oriented. And he honored, didn't necessarily agree with my choices of service, but he approved of them. And hopefully this can inspire others to continue serving. And again, the family thanks all of you for this wonderful tribute. I think IB would be both tickled pink inside and very, pressed up his chest, but IB also was very humble. He would be very, very humbled by this tribute that all of you have given to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. I'd like to invite Carol Hand-Ritter and her husband Bob to come up, and we're going to unveil the granite plaque. Somehow it didn't blow away a few minutes ago. And this is a plaque that will be installed right above where it is now, into the brick here on the IB Hand building. We'll also be installing some new metal signs on either side. And I'd like to invite Dr. Andrea Cantrell to come up, and after they unveil the plaque, she is going to read for everybody, folks in the back who might not be able to see it, what the plaque says. So Carol and Bob, you can unveil that plaque anytime.
The inscription says, IB Hand Building. Isaac Benjamin Hand, 1918 to 2003, was a 1936 graduate of Weatherford College. He was a special agent in the FBI and served as district attorney of Parker County before becoming one of Weatherford's most prominent private practice attorneys. His loyalty to his alma mater was evident as he directed millions of dollars in donations to WC. His influence and impact on the college are immeasurable. Dedicated in 2019, WC's sesquicentennial year. And I want everyone to know I'm very pleased to work in this building for the rest of my career. Can't think of a better thing to say than I work in the IB.
Thank you, Dr. Cantrell. Thank you for coming today, especially those that came a long distance. Thank you for celebrating our 150th year, and you'll have a great rest of your week. Thank you.